to the APP Tour, the world's first, the world's best.
Oh, dribble around the post. Oh, my God.
Are you kidding?
Here we go.
Destiny calls from Sacramento as the APP heads to California for the first time this year. The rush for gold is on, and you better strike fast if you want to stake your claim to the tour's top spot. Because in this town, it is boom or bust out here in the wild, wild west at the world's first, the world's best, the APP Tour and the 2025 APP Sacramento Open. More than 1,200 players have all come to Roseville, California in the Johnson Ranch Pickleball Complex to take place in this tournament. Over 250 pros started out in our draws, including all of our 2025 gold medalists in action. It is mixed doubles up first on this championship Saturday. The 11 seeds Dario Walczak, Patrick Kawka taking on the top-seeded Will Howells and Bobby Oshiro. Hi, everyone. Welcome into the booth here on Championship Court alongside Next Gen National Team Head Coach Chad Edwards and Pro Pickleball Coach Dominic Catalano. I'm Dorian Kraft. Fellas, there is no better example of how much this sport has grown than this particular matchup. You take a look at Patrick Kawka and Dario Walczak. They exploded onto the scene here last year, making yet another run into the championship match.
Yeah, Sacramento has been very friendly for Kawka and Walczak. They were tested a little bit yesterday in the quarterfinal and semifinal, but in games 2 and 3 of that semifinal, Patrick Kawka stepping up, getting big in the middle, playing hard and fast and really putting the pressure on. Walczak playing an excellent supportive role and setting him up as well. A little bit windy conditions, so PK is going to have to keep that ball on the paddle a little bit longer and not get too hectic and create too much chaos.
A particularly difficult matchup because they are facing the top seed in Will Howells and Bobby Oshiro, an established duo that won 3 medals on tour last season.
Yeah, Bobby Oshiro and Will Howells are playing extremely good right now. You're 1 seed. They're very familiar with each other. They practice with each other in South Florida. The communication is key for them. But again, the defense is great for them. But it's when they turn that defense into offense is what sets them apart from everyone else on tour. Look for them to play great defense, turn that defense into offense, and that's going to be their key to get the gold medal.
Howells and Oshiro won a gold last year in New York, trying to take home another here in Sacramento. It is a beautiful day, blue sky, sunny, a little bit windy, gusting up to 18 miles an hour, so that is something to pay attention to as we progress throughout the day. But we have got gold medals on the line, and it all gets started next here at the APP Sacramento Open.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours. Because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is sponsored by Gamma. Play to live, live to play. Yola, for the champion in you. And AARP, helping your health and happiness live as long as you do.
Bobby Oshiro and Will Howells will be taking on the duo of CJ Klinger and Mari Humberg.
Klinger steps in and puts it away in the middle.
Howells winning the battle.
It was speed up after speed up, and then finally gets the ball to the body of Mari Humberg.
And that will do it. Finally, Humberg and Klinger outlast Howells and Oshiro in game number 1. They take it 14-12.
Who can put the pressure on first? And right now it's Oshiro and Howells answering the bell after going down.
Placement from Howells on the line, and we will go the distance. Howells is there for the finish. It is a 6-1 advantage for Bobby Oshiro and Will Howells here in this winner-take-all game number 3. So Howells serving for the gold medal. Into the net, and Howells and Oshiro are golden.
We had the right game plan. It was just all about executing. At the end of the day, trusting each other's shots, and then we got it.
This is the run through the bracket, how both Bobby Oshiro, Will Howells, and Daria Walczak and Patrick Kawka got to the gold medal match. It was a pretty straightforward affair for Oshiro, and Howells weren't really tested. Walczak and Kawka, they had to work a little bit more. They were forced to 3 in both the quarterfinal and the semifinal.
Yeah, but the difference was in games 2 and 3 is Kawka stepped up and got big, and everything that was on his paddle was going in or going into the body. He needs to apply that pressure here today, but for Howells and Oshiro, they were just having fun out there yesterday.
Walczak and Kawka will serve first. They are in the red on the right of your screen. Howells and Oshiro in the navy and white on the left.
Game number 1, time in.
Walczak and Kawka took a silver in Sacramento a year ago. We are underway in our gold medal match here in mixed pro doubles. And a quick point for Walczak and Kawka.
That's a great reset there on the backhand from Kawka. Usually was attacking that yesterday out of the air. Resets that beautifully.
Side out.
You can see how much the ball is moving around in the wind here.
0-1-1.
Kawka not able to make that pick as he's moving through the transition zone. As a player, how long are you giving yourself to adjust to these wind gusts here on championship court?
A couple of balls. You have to make a quick adjustment. That's what comes.
And they've been in it, right? They've been used to it pretty much most of the day. So, again, it's about making those adjustments early, and the players have.
Well,
Nice ball through the middle on the backhand flick from Oshiro.
But Oshiro can do it on the forehand and backhand side. You see how strong she is with the one-hand backhand flick. Not something we see a lot from the females. But Oshiro, that is in her arsenal.
Just crawled that over the tape to force the side out.
Well, like you said, Chad, she's got the backhand flick and the forehand flick. She's not as tall as most players on tour, but she uses her length.
She packs a punch.
Right. She reaches in and takes that ball out of the air as good as anyone.
Great hands from Howells to withstand that crash from Kawka.
Well, he read the speed up down the line, slid to it, opened up the two-handed backhand off of Walczak's paddle.
1-2-2.
Right through the middle goes Kawka.
But the smart move there was on the fifth. That Kawka took a little bit of pace off it as well, got it below the net, so then he's sitting on that counter.
Oshiro stepping up on the crash, forces the side out at 2-0.
Well, that's the key right there. Oshiro gets on top of that, gets that at the feet of Walczak. Got to get the ball down to Walczak and Kawka.
Well, and especially in these conditions, because if you elevate that ball, it's prone to move.
Oh.
The misdirection, Oshiro sold it.
But the body was the same movement on both of those forehands. It comes up and she rolls it, and it comes up and then holds it on the paddle just a little bit longer. She froze Kawka with that first one. Oh, just wide.
Oh.
He almost ran into it.
Yeah, going for the Ernie right there. Clips the tape and goes wide.
I didn't see it clearly.
Kawka asking our lead referee, Howard Simon, if he saw it in. He said he did not see it, so the call will stand. It's 4-2-1.
Oh, what a reset from Oshiro. Just sitting there. Doesn't even move the paddle. Drops it right back in. Howell's getting a little ambitious on that speed up.
Side out.
Good spot there from Walczak.
Yeah, good reach in. And again, it's that downward angle. Even if Oshiro does reset that, it's going to stay up above the net.
Missed third, second serve coming.
They just rushed through that one a little bit.
2-4-2.
Oshiro can't make the pickup. Another point for Kawka and Walczak as they're back within 1.
3-4-2. Side out.
Kawka trying to go inside out, forehand right there. Dip that cross court. But again, the wind knocking that ball down.
4-3-1.
Currently gusting right to left across the court. Walczak sitting dead red all over it.
Yeah, Howell's trying to go right backside on her, to her forehand down that line. She sits on that, pushes that right through the middle. Great read from Walczak.
Walczak has talked about the increase in confidence that she's gained over the course of the last season. Trusting herself more in those kitchen situations as a side out gives the serve back over to the 11 seeds.
Good reach in there from Kawka.
3-4-1.
Oh, that's the end of the body.
Or all, that was a monster drive.
Forearm to forearm, hit both of them.
Massive backhand there. Got on Howells before he could even react. Yeah, that's a good angle.
Oh, he got Patrick's wife in the stands.
Second serve.
Going over to make sure she's okay. Sarai looks like she's all right. Gets a little kiss.
Yeah, a little kiss on the forehead.
Oh, no.
Got her right in the face.
An apology from Howells.
Oh, got her in the glasses,
Yeah,
thankfully.
God. Wearing eye protection, even in the stands.
Smart move. Head on a swivel, as we've seen over the course of this tournament.
4-4-2.
Good crowd here on championship court for this mixed doubles gold medal match. Oh, good get. Walczak made the pickup. Wow.
But you saw how much that ball moved after Kawka stabbed it on the backhand side, throw it up into the sun a little bit as well. Howells couldn't do anything with it.
Point.
Yeah, Howells is going to challenge that one.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge on the out call.
I mean, it was a winner through the middle of the court, even if that ball wasn't out.
We'll take a break as well right now. Walczak and Kawka up by 2.
Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
Welcome back, Patrick Kawka. Daria Walczak currently leading 6-4.
That was 5 stars you got. Nice work.
After video review, the ball was in.
Ooh.
The challenge is overturned. The challenge accepted. We now have a side out, 4-5-1. No challenges, so you still have 3 challenges.
Right on the line.
Challenges.
So initially the call was out. They went to video review, overturned the call. So instead of 6-4, it is now 5-4. Oshiro and Howells on serve.
Time in. 4-5-1.
Howells reaching in for the backhand flick, but finds the tape.
That wind is just holding it up enough that it's just causing a little bit of a timing issue.
Well, that's a good drive there from Howells. Steps in, gets on top of the ball, goes right into the body of Kawka.
5-all.
Yep.
Beautifully shaped ATP from Howells to take the lead.
Well, with that ATP right there, 2 great shots, the last 2 points from Howells. And I like how that drive, he jammed up Kawka, not letting him get extended. That's the shot he needs to have, and then he goes ATP there.
Side out.
Good job there from Walczak getting on top of it as Howells crashed forward. Oshiro trying to catch Walczak as she was uncoiling from the stack.
Oshiro trying to reach in for the forehand flick. It's into the net, so we're tied once again at 6.
That's what we saw from Kawka in the semifinal. The scramble and just getting balls back. But when he gets it back, it's below the net.
Threads the needle down the line, does Howells. Second server on the way.
Well, Walczak trying to pinch in the middle off of the, off of the Kawka speed up. When you're going cross court right there, you're going to be exposed, and she's exposed backside down the line.
The hands from both Oshiro and Kawka so good, but it sails long.
Timeout, receiver, timeout, servers.
Timeout taken on court. 6-all here in our mixed doubles gold medal match. What is both of yours biggest takeaway from the way that this match has unfolded so far?
Well, we haven't seen Kawka come out and really be as aggressive, and I think the wind has a little bit of plays a little bit of a part in that. Still trying to feel it out a little bit, but you can't give Howells and Oshiro a chance here to kind of get back into it and make a little bit of a run.
Yeah, and I like the way that Howells and Oshiro have really kind of taken control a little bit here. They're not ripping everything. They're trying to shape things, get things down to the feet, and take that power game away from Kawka and Walczak.
Kawka and Walczak did talk about they've been focusing more on the finesse game, the dinking game. It's been a point of emphasis since they moved to Phoenix to train together. But the power kind of neutralized by the weather conditions today.
Servers 1, receivers 2. Time in, 6-6-1.
Oshiro not able to make the pickup.
That's a very good aggressive dink there from Walczak. Uses the legs well and accelerates through. This time didn't quite get out behind that post or beyond that post enough for Howells to shape it back in.
So somewhat of a wasted timeout by Oshiro, and Howells not able to pad the lead.
Oh, that's very ambitious off a short hop right there, trying to go down the line from Walczak.
6-6-2.
Reset from Howells.
The inside-out backhand winner.
Straight out.
Wow.
Walczak was doing work, but it was all for naught.
This reset right here, that one,
6-6-1.
down below his knees, gets a paddle on it and stays down. No.
That was,
wow.
I think he hit it so hard that
I didn't even see it.
yeah, Oshiro didn't even see it well enough to make a call.
6-6-2.
Right through the middle off the backhand flick. Another point for Oshiro and Howells.
You can't leave that cross-court dink by Kawka high, right? Because Howells going to reach in right here. He's got such good reach. If you leave that just a hair high, he's going to rip that through the middle like he just did.
Good job from Walczak covering after Kawka attempted the Ernie.
Yeah, that ball down the line from Howells, from Oshiro, just a little too high. Kawka looks like there's an opening. He sits there on purpose. He's one step, quick flick.
6-7-1. Second serve.
Catches Walczak through the transition zone, not able to make the pickup. Second serve coming.
I want Walczak to drop that ball as Howells is coming up to his feet. He wants you to speed that up.
Just long.
Continued blowing with the wind. One thing to watch is Oshiro. She's not really phased by the power of Kawka, but when she is hitting that fourth, she's not trying to isolate Walczak while she's still back at the baseline. She's angling, and it takes it away from the middle of the court, takes away Kawka from being able to step forward and really apply any pressure.
7-6-2.
Second serve after the missed serve from Howells. Kawka stepping over, trying to create, but it's into the net.
And as it floats, it gets pushed back towards the net because the wind's at their back right now. And then he's reaching for that and goes into the net.
8-6-2.
Nice exchange goes the way of Kawka and Walczak.
Kawka just sliding it inside out off the paddle that made it look like he was going to go big through the middle. Kept it on the paddle a little bit longer.
Sprayed return from Oshiro, not something you see very often from her.
Oh, that well wide.
7-8-1. Hold up.
Draws Walczak and Kawka back within one.
7-8-1.
Oshiro rolls it right through the middle.
Just sit, hold, get a read on what your opponents are doing, and Oshiro with the quick acceleration and roll through the middle.
7-8-2.
Oh, Walczak all over it right there. Great read.
Able to get within one. Oshiro and Howells have led by as many as two. No team able to separate themselves. Crawler off of the net cord. And Kawka calling a timeout.
Timeout receivers. 9-7-1. 1 minute.
All right, now let's meet the red team. Starting with Walczak. She lives in Phoenix, Arizona, but she's
A reminder to check out pickleballsuperstore.com via the QR code on the screen to get your instant discount.
And has picked up 7 medals here on the APP Tour.
Timeout on the court taken by Patrick Kawka and Daria Walczak as Oshiro and Howells now within 2 points of taking game number 1. The error is starting to creep in a little bit, and that's what we saw at times in their games yesterday in both the quarters and the semis.
Yeah, and in game 1 yesterday in the semis, they started to, and Walczak and Kawka started to make a little bit of a roll toward game 1 and then continued it in game 2. They need to step up here, find some rhythm, switch up the intensity a little bit, try to put some pressure on Howells and Oshiro.
It does feel a little flat, doesn't it?
Time in. 9-7-1.
It's in.
Yep. That one's not coming back. Everyone in the crowd seems to be okay on this one as it brings up game point.
He almost got
Almost got her again.
Almost got Kafka's wife again.
10-7-1.
Late run by Howells and Oshiro give them game number 1, the top seeds halfway home to capturing the gold medal.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans. Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
Work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
And the American Cancer Society are joining forces during National Pickleball Month this April to launch the APP Pickleball Challenge, a nationwide initiative designed to support people facing cancer and build healthier communities. They're challenging participants to play pickleball 10 times during the month and track your active minutes, competing with APP pros and friends for a spot atop the national leaderboard. You can start fundraising today on Just Giving and start tracking your pickleball activity starting April 1st using the Stride Kick mobile app. It's a fun and easy way to make a difference. Start today on the app.global/give. Will Howells and Bobby Oshiro taking game 1 11-7. They ended it on a 5-1 run.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing really well. Like Chad mentioned earlier, it's the defense of Bobby Oshiro and Will Howells. That's the difference here that Kawka and Walczak have not seen through the draw.
Well, and they're not hitting too many balls in the middle of the court either. They're angling and going out wider. But Oshiro and Howells are so dangerous on any ball that gets up. The power, they're able to speed up. They're able to put the pressure on, and they're really keeping Kawka and Walczak off balance.
It'll be Oshiro and Howells to serve first here in game number 2. What's the biggest adjustment that you all would like to see Walczak and Kawka make?
Intensity. Intensity. Try to create a little bit of chaos. I think Kawka plays well when there's some chaos on the court.
We'll get an early opportunity. And Dom, you've been a player. You've been in this situation. How do you create that intensity for yourself?
Well, you got to pick it up, right? You got to let that go. It's an 11-7 loss. You're right in it. But it's what we talk about. It's mind of a goldfish, right? Memory of a goldfish. Let it go. On to the next game right now. And
second serve.
The one thing you don't need is unforced errors creeping into the game if you're trying to raise that intensity level.
0-0-2.
Yeah.
Nice backhand drive there from Kawka. That just a medium-paced ball, but it did enough.
But again, it's drive, move behind it, take the next ball out of the air, keep putting that pressure on.
1-0-2.
Oh, that clipped his shoulder, I think. No, just out.
No call. Just got out of the way.
2-0-2.
Oh, that was close.
Okay, getting skinny. That sails long off the paddle of Oshiro, so 3 quick points for Walczak and Kawka. Much better start.
Well, this is the start they needed right here, right? You needed to come out hot from the get-go. They have.
3-0-2.
Kawka stepping up, putting it right at the feet of Howells. Another point.
Well, a little difference here as well is that now Kawka and Walczak are hitting into the wind, so they can be a little bit more aggressive. Use that wind to push the ball down.
Wind doesn't matter there as Howells slaps it away.
That's just a huge angle. No one's getting that.
0-4-1.
Another big Kawka slap at the feet. And this is where we saw him insert himself yesterday.
Well, Howells and Oshiro now need to make the adjustment as well. The wind's behind them, so that ball's going to sit up a little bit more. Now with the end change, they're still trying to figure out that height, the lift that they need.
Getting a little help there on the missed third from Howells, so Kawka and Walczak getting back on serve quickly with a 4-0 lead here in game number 2 after Howells and Oshiro took game 1 11-7.
Second serve.
Walczak just stood up through that fifth. Hit the top of the ball, came off the paddle flat.
That's exactly what we saw, though, from Kawka yesterday as he was just coming in being aggressive. But again, Howells, it's a different counter from Will Howells, right? He's actually putting a lot on that.
Football.
A foot fault called on Kawka as he went up. A point as Howells and Oshiro get on the board. I want to go back to what you just said because you said it's a different counter from Will Howells. How does it differ from the counters of Chris Hayworth that Kawka and Walczak were seeing in the semis?
I'll get to it right after this point.
Oh.
No. So what you saw yesterday was Hayworth wasn't really countering a ton. He was getting bodied up and he was blocking. Now Howells knows it's coming and he's going to turn around and try and counter it, meaning hit it back instead of just getting into that block.
Nearly made that pickup there, but Walczak and Kawka forced the side out.
Four, 1-1.
Kawka right there. Back through the middle.
See how short and quick He was to that
1-1.
forehand.
1 minute.
He's got the hand up. First movement is the hand, wasn't the elbow or the shoulder. Got the paddle up and slapped it back down.
Timeout on court. We'll step away as well. Walczak and Kawka off to a good start in game number 2.
Work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
Welcome back, Daria Walczak, Patrick Kawka leading here in game number 2, 5-1 on serve. Got off to a good start in game number 2, ran off 4 straight.
He missed it wide. Sat up too. He was not expecting that ball to sit up, and I think it also moved on him a little bit.
Kawka almost accidentally pops this ball up and is like, oh, here it comes.
It skipped on him.
Sometimes as a player, those floaters are the hardest balls to put away.
Oh, yeah.
Oshiro leaving no doubt there.
Chad and I always talk about it, right? Bobby Oshiro overhead, good luck.
She's a lot like Jasmine Paolini in that way. Short stature, but tons of power.
Yep.
Right through the middle there from Howells.
Howells says, what about my power? I got a bunch.
He's got, we already saw it when he hit a couple of overheads in game number 1. Kawka answering with a ball that's elevated there as well, gets on top.
The defense from Walczak and Kawka seems to be much better here in game number 2. Just pushed wide.
Yeah, Walczak just trying to do a little too much with that forehand. Left it up, and Oshiro made them pay.
2-6-1.
A little unkind off the net cord there for Howells.
Six, 2-1.
Oh, changed the mind.
Trying to go backside right there, but again, the wind playing factors.
Now Kawka and Walczak a 5-point lead here in game number 2. Good combination from Kawka. Starts it and finishes.
But those are the combos that we saw in the semifinal. It's kind of a dead ball in front of him. Speed up with the two-hand backhand. Go straight to the forehand. He's not looking to end it on that backhand. He's looking to set up that second ball, and that's the important thing when you're speeding balls up. You've got to treat it as a 1-2 combination. That never came up.
Nope.
A second serve on the way.
8-2-2.
Oh, just kissed the outside of the line.
She hit it with the edge of her paddle right there. She needs to chalk up right there. Tough angle.
9-2-2.
to make the pickup side out.
Trying to do a little too much with that roll right there. You see her huge follow through.
What should she have done instead?
Just nice and easy, get it there. She tries to short hop it with a huge follow through. If that does go over, it's going to be high.
Rare miss there from Howells on the backhand side flick.
That's his shot normally.
Yeah, he just lunged at that one instead of a quick shuffle, so it's a little too extended. Oh, slippery.
The fake out from Bobby Oshiro.
She's got every shot in the book. We talked about it yesterday. And it's just a little slippery inside out here. Recognizes where Kawka's going.
And again. But Oshiro can do that because of the contact point. She's taking that ball and the contact so far out in front. She can change direction. She can roll it cross court, go through the middle, slide it back behind. If that ball gets closer to the body, she's now no longer able to hide that direction change.
It's just back-to-back points for Oshiro and Howells, but Walczak and Kawka sensing the momentum maybe starting to shift, taking a good timeout here, holding on to the 5-point lead.
Yeah, I like this timeout right here. Don't let it get too far away from you. You got a big lead. It was 9-2. Now it's 9-4. They sense a little bit of a run here from Oshiro and Howells. They burn the timeout here, still with a 5-point lead.
What's been the biggest difference over these last handful of points for Oshiro and Howells?
Bobby Oshiro, right? She's starting to create, right? She's creating off of her dinks cross court with Daria Walczak. She went inside out down the line 2 points ago on Kawka backside, and then she goes inside out off the left hip, so she jams him up on the last one. And that caused the timeout.
One for servers, one receiver.
Bobby Oshiro and Will Howells trailing here in game 2 by 5 after taking game 1 11-7 in our mixed doubles gold medal match. Tried it down the line again, that time pushed it a bit wide.
Yeah, just a little too much angle on that one from Oshiro, plus it caught the net cord.
9-4-1.
Howells can't make the pickup, and it brings up a game point.
Back foot, crank it up the back of the ball there from Kawka and gets it to roll down.
This third there from Walczak, still another opportunity to close the door.
10-4-2.
Let's play 3. Walczak and Kawka take game 2 11-4. We're going to go the distance here in our mixed pro doubles gold medal match.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
At the Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand forage 22 Isla Botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home, consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
16
involved and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
When I have pain from arthritis, I grab BioFreeze. Unlike Voltaren, BioFreeze provides fast-acting relief. I can apply it to more areas of my body, and it's NSAID-free. Cool the pain, so I can get back on the court.
When you choose the James at Ohio State, you're choosing access to the James dedicated.
And back here, game
number 3 getting set to get underway. Walczak and Kawka taking game 2, 11-4 to force this decisive third. First point goes to Walczak and Kawka, and already Walczak a little fired up.
And Chad, you and I talk about how side's going to play a huge factor in this third game.
Missed it.
Oh, PK was there.
Side out.
There will be an end change.
0-1-1.
The first to 6 points.
Oshiro
Oshiro misses the third, second serve.
Oshiro looking up at the wind right there, trying to readjust as far as the direction. Ooh.
Kawka almost got in the way.
He's throwing up screens right now.
He almost wore it.
1-1-2.
Kawka put it right back through the middle to force the side out.
That was pretty close to going out right there.
The problem is with both players up the kitchen line, you can't see it on its way out.
Oh! Oshiro was all over the two-hander. Howells tried to step in and take it.
But just that one there that Oshiro fought off the body. I mean, that's Howell's forehand to step over and get on top. He just got a little too big with the backswing.
For the third time Oshiro has gotten Kawka going sideline.
It's too good. She's too dirty going inside out right here. And again, it's easy too. She doesn't overhit it.
Popped up off the net, made for the easy put away.
Yeah, unfortunate for Oshiro. She flipped the tape right there. She was looking for it, and then tries to go through the middle. But then right there off the tape, it's easy for Kawka to put away.
3-1 lead here in game number 3. Howells and Oshiro took game 1, 11-7. Kawka and Walczak took game 2, 11-4. Kawka trying to step over and create, finds the net instead.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stumble there for Kawka. Threw him off balance.
And conceivably, Kawka and Walczak are on the hard side right now, and they have a lead.
Walczak just getting a little tight to the body. Wind still whipping here on championship court.
Well, the paddle dropped right here for Walczak, and then she couldn't get back up on top. Once that paddle head drops, and you have a tendency to lift with the shoulder and elbow rather than the hands. Again, drops it down, isn't able to adjust. So the paddle head dropped down below the hip.
Howells comes up short.
That just hit a wall. Yeah. Just pushed straight down.
Off his paddle looks beautiful, and then just hits that wall, like you said, Chad.
Oh, that is a ball that you do not see Bobby Oshiro miss very often.
No, she got actually a little too big on it. She was really trying to emphasize and put an exclamation point on it.
Hands from Howells are so good.
That's a dangerous speed up from Oshiro with any other partner. She's speeding up cross court right there, but Howells is ready for it.
3-3-2. Fast hands of Will Howells.
Oh, just off the end of the paddle.
Slides wide.
Yeah, if he catches that on the sweet spot, that's a winner. Catches it off the edge guard, so it tails out wide.
3-3-1.
Walczak putting it right at the feet of Oshiro to push them on to second server.
3-3-2.
It's blowing back in.
Yep.
Wow. That ball was 6 feet out.
Big wind gust there in the middle of that point.
Ball made a right turn. Comes back in.
3-3-1.
It's the second time that Kawka has stepped over and tried to create off the forehand side.
Well, as he's stepping over there, the paddle heads up, so then he slaps down into it rather than rolling it. Oh,
what a shovel.
Oh!
Through the middle, forehand winner, and Kawka wants to hear it from the crowd.
Walczak looked down at her paddle after she got it like, good work.
Yeah. She took half the edge guard off on the court right there. She scraped it.
Four, 3-2.
Wow.
That was a better step across from Kawka.
The shape on the third, though, he dips that down. Howells is taking it off his shoe tops. The block comes back up high, puts it away.
But you saw the location of Kawka's paddle head on that reach. It was down a little bit. That allows him to hit with topspin.
Oh.
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 Best point of the match ends on an error. We head to the end change with Kawka and Walczak leading by 3. Wow.
This point is fantastic. Kawka tries that little speed up on the backhand.
I mean, some of the gets from Howells right there. You thought the point was over. Then he goes for the butt and just flicks it straight into the top of the net.
How many stars are you giving our fans for their celebration?
I don't think they're holding back a bit.
Points like that are the reason why we're in a winner-take-all game number 3. This is how this one's played out so far.
Yeah, game 1, it was all Howells and Oshiro down the stretch. They were moving the ball around well. Oshiro kind of passing Kawka at will. They're creating a little bit more discomfort for Kawka and Walczak, but not so much in games 2 and here in games 3.
Well, and in game 2, with all Walczak and Kawka, 11-4. They came out firing, did not let off the gas. And again, we're trying to see if side is going to be a factor, but Walczak and Kawka now in game 3 take a lead in game 3 on what's conceivably the bad side.
And now Howells and Oshiro finding themselves up against a wall of sorts. They're down 3 points on the side that has proved more difficult to play. What's the most important thing they need to do here on the back half of game number 3?
Know that Kawka and Walczak are going to come with some pace. Go behind Kawka, create some angles, take it away from the middle of the court. Oh,
got it.
Oh, yeah, it's caught in the back of the line.
That's a good response out of the end change by Oshiro.
It's needed right there.
3-6-1.
Gets the better of the exchange.
Well, Kawka tried to do a little too much with that last one. He got bodied up, and he's trying to get his second hand on that to hit the two-hander, but the ball's right at his left hip. That was a tough spot.
Steps in for the backhand flick winner.
We were all like, oh, on the Bobby Oshiro one-handed flick counter. That was about 30 shots ago.
Howells, the leading medal winner on tour so far this season. Already 5 medals in 2025.
Oh, Oshiro just rushed through the drop.
The second serve coming.
5-6-2.
Oh, and a missed return, so a bit of a gift there from Kawka.
Quick timeout. Walczak just walking off immediately.
A timeout as they have seen their lead erased. It is 6-all, second server. He said they needed a response out of the end change. Oshiro and Howells have certainly done that.
Yeah, they have. They've come out firing. They said, okay, we're going to get this. We're going to take control here after the end change, down 6-3, 3 straight. But again, it's been controlled, right, these last 3 points. They haven't really got too much chaos. When they have, they've reset, got back in it, and now tying things up.
Still on serve, second server. 6. 6-all in game number 3 of our mixed pro doubles gold medal match. Oshiro and Howells, the top seed, on serve after erasing a 3-point deficit at the end change.
Servers 2, receivers 1. Time in. 6-6-2.
Good placement there by Kawka.
Yeah, good reach in and good spot. Aggressive roll to the feet of Oshiro.
6-6-1.
Too strong from Howells.
Yeah, nice creating or kind of a creative point there for Walczak and Kawka as they start that speed up, finish it, and good talk on the.
Oh.
Howells gets it through the middle, but that was an important point for Walczak and Kawka because you go back to game number 1. It was tied at 6-all, and then Howells and Oshiro finished on that 5-1 run to take the first.
7-6-2.
One didn't blow in. Kawka was hoping it was going to blow back in, but on that 30, I don't know, it wasn't really a commitment to a drive or a drop right there. It just kind of rushed through things, left that floating.
Oh, missed it.
Had it wide open. Kawka can't believe it. 7 up.
Yeah, watch Howells pinch so hard in the middle. Kawka has backside open, but a little wide.
Football.
Another football called on Kawka, and it gives Howells and Oshiro the lead.
I don't think.
Go ahead, Dom.
No, I just don't. I don't think they're going to take it right now. But if they give up one more point, I think they're going to call that timeout. They got one left.
8-6-1.
Oh.
Second serve.
Get a present from Oshiro.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're going to get a reserve.
No. They played the point out.
No. So they're not getting a reserve. The referee called the score wrong, but you play the point out. You'll correct it after.
Well, that's just called the one. Oh, Oshiro getting a face out of the way.
And just in time.
Not going to call it. No.
Howells and Oshiro 2 points away from a gold. Win pulls it wide. Championship point on the way.
What a
and still no timeout.
Oshiro and Howells.
They've got one left. They're trying to fight through this.
10-7-2.
Overshot the mark, did Howells. Walczak and Kawka still alive.
He just
Kawka with a hip. Kawka was burnt right there. No, that's a tough ball to speed up there from Kawka. A little impatient.
Second serve.
Oh,
excuse me, crawler to get back on serve. And now Howells and Oshiro will have 2 opportunities to capture the gold.
Oh, I like it right here. You have Oshiro and Howells. We can hear them talking. Bobby goes smart play here. Smart play.
Just wide, and Howells and Oshiro are golden once again.
Beautifully done right there from Oshiro and Howells. Great adjustments, great play, and that point right there, absolutely beautiful.
We'll hear from the champions when we come back here in Sacramento.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
When I have pain from arthritis, I grab BioFreeze. Unlike Voltaren, BioFreeze provides fast-acting relief. I can apply it to more areas of my body, and it's NSAID-free. Cool the pain, so I can get back on the court.
When you choose the James at Ohio State, you're choosing access to the James, dedicated support services, and an unmatched survivorship program.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
The APP is sponsored by Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs. Humana, the official healthcare partner of the APP Tour. And the Botanist Island Dry Gin, distilled with 22 wild botanicals.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans. Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours. Because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is sponsored by Owl Paddle, Quiet the Competition. Les, official on-court apparel of the APP Tour. And Classic Pickles, official pickle of the APP Tour.
That recovery moment of the match, Chad. It is match point for Oshiro and Howells.
Yeah, Oshiro and Howells proving why they're the 1 seed and they're so strong down the stretch. We're down 6-3 in the end change and take this one 11-7 in game 3. They're courtside with Dorian Kraft in our post-match interview.
Well, Bobby, congratulations. Another gold medal for the two of you. Really difficult on-court conditions today. The wind was swirling. What was the key to managing your environment?
Yeah, super windy today. We were just focused on making sure we're moving our feet and increasing the margins a little bit when we missed a few.
Now, you guys were trailing by 3 at the end change. And, Bobby, we heard you there on championship point saying smart play, smart play. What was the conversation for the two of you as you got down towards the end there?
I mean, like I said, we like to communicate in between points, in between games. So the biggest thing was being able to just execute, being able to get up to the kitchen and get into the patterns that we love, and then stay mentally strong out there.
You guys had 3 medals on tour last year. You're here with a gold in Sacramento. We know that you guys play so well, but Will, in your opinion, where is the ceiling for this partnership this season?
We're just, every time we step on the court, we believe we can win. And we're focused on every match we play, every point we play, every time we step on the court.
And it's paying dividends. A gold medal. Will Howells, Bobby Oshiro, your gold medalist here in mixed doubles in Sacramento.
Well, congratulations, Bobby Oshiro, Will Howells, gold medalists here, like Dorian said, in Sacramento. Chad, it was going to take someone special to beat Kawka and Walczak because of how well they were playing, and Oshiro and Howells do it.
Yeah, it looked like it was all Kawka and Walczak in Game 3 at the end change, but Oshiro and Howells making the adjustment, coming up strong. Congratulations to them. We'll take a break and be back with more action here at the APP Sacramento Open.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
When I have pain from arthritis, I grab BioFreeze. Unlike Voltaren, BioFreeze provides fast-acting relief. I can apply it to more areas of my body, and it's NSAID-free. Cool the pain, so I can get back on the court.
When you choose the James at Ohio State, you're choosing access to the James, dedicated support services, and an unmatched survivorship program.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
The APP is sponsored by Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs. Humana, the official healthcare partner of the APP Tour. And the Botanist Island Dry Gin, distilled with 22 wild botanicals.
Everyone knows standing still doesn't get you where you want to go. It's all about movement and progression, power, strength, innovation, expertise. On the court, off the court, and on the way to the court, you have to expect more out of yourself. And you should expect more of the company who makes your tires. Getting you more miles, traction, and safety is why we get up in the morning. Let's drive forward. Expect more. Fortune Tires.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
The BioFreeze USA Pickleball National Championships. November 10th through the 17th in Mesa, Arizona. Designed for pickleball's best. Amateurs and pros alike. 14 tournaments. 14 opportunities. Find your golden ticket tournament. Earn your title.
This is why we drink. We drink for tonight. Finally in town on the same weekend. Inside jokes, the great outdoors, karaoke till dawn, another cold one and a second slice. We drink for tomorrow, for the 7 a.m. 5K and the tailgate that follows, for the personal best that's about to be bestie. Kick flips and polar dips, drop shots, cheap shots, shoot your shot. We drink for the moment, shaky hands, steady beat, a blank canvas, trying to be something. Drink for yourself. No alcohol, no hangover, no empty calories, not a moment wasted. Partake brews the liquid. You bring the courage. Today is for the taking, and we make it happen.
Involved and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
You're 0 for 15 against your daughter because of your toenail bruises and blisters. But she doesn't care because she's got the win. So what do? You get RTP socks. With small grip pads inside and out, your feet will be planted and pain-free. So the next time you can show her that her old man still got it. Nice shot.
And that would be a W for me.
Shouldn't have told you about those socks.
Yeah, that's what you get for holding out on me.
Double or nothing.
All right.
Road to Pro, official sock of the APP Tour.
The APP is sponsored by Road to Pro. Unlock your potential with the official sock of the APP Tour. Penetrex, daily joint and muscle care you can feel good about. And Centerline Athletics, performance apparel created by and for pickleball players.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans. Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is sponsored by Humana, the official healthcare partner of the APP Tour. Franklin, official ball of the APP Tour. And Zimmer Biomet, moving you forward. Visit smarterknee.com today.
When you choose the James at Ohio State, you're choosing access to the James, dedicated support services, and an unmatched survivorship program.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
At The Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand forage 22 Isla Botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home. Consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at Oro Organic.
Involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
BioFreeze USA Pickleball National Championships. November 10th through the 17th in Mesa, Arizona. Designed for pickleball's best. Amateurs and pros alike. 14 tournaments. 14 opportunities. Find your golden ticket tournament. Earn your title.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
When I have pain from arthritis, I grab BioFreeze. Unlike Voltaren, BioFreeze provides fast-acting relief. I can apply it to more areas of my body, and it's NSAID-free. Cool the pain, so I can get back on the court.
The APP is sponsored by Partake Brewing, non-alcoholic brews crafted for those who make it happen. Aura Organic, rooted in science, powered by nature. And AARP, helping your health and happiness live as long as you do.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is sponsored by C&D Nets, the highest quality nets made in the USA. PickleballSuperstore.com, official online retailer of the APP Tour. And USA Pickleball, official sanctioning body of the APP Tour.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans. Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Aura Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at auraorganic.com.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
When you choose the James at Ohio State,
you're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. the James at Ohio State.
Championship Saturday at the APP Sacramento Open. Over 1,200 players, including more than 250 pros, and all of our 2025 gold medalists in action this weekend in Roseville as we get set to hand out some hardware. In the men's doubles, it has been Will Howells and Jack Munro that have been the gold standard on tour so far in 2025. And for the third consecutive tournament, we're going to get a matchup of the top two seeds. Hi, everyone. Welcome into the booth here on Championship Court alongside Next Gen National Team Head Coach Chad Edwards and Pro Pickleball Coach Dominic Catalano. I'm Dorian Kraft. Fellas, we have seen this matchup play out multiple times. And, of course, Jack Munro, Will Howells, they have gotten the better of Eric Lange and Max Manthou the first two times through.
Yeah, well, one thing's for sure with Howells and Munro, you cannot give them opportunities, one, to either come back if you have a lead, or two, extend their lead. They're able to create from anywhere on the court. Munro sets up Howells perfectly. He can move the ball around. He's got some of the fastest hands with the counters. And, of course, he also switches from left-handed to right-handed in the middle of a point when he needs to. But look for Howells to try and create off of that backhand speed up. And then Munro will also step over and close in the middle.
The biggest difference in this matchup from Daytona, Dom, is the fact that Eric Lange and Max Manthou, they are healthy and 100% ready in this tournament.
Yeah, and Max Manthou and Eric Lange, a very formidable duo. They're dangerous. You would think that Eric Lange would be the left side player because he's so big and lanky and put that big forehand in the middle, but it's the opposite. They put Manthou on the left. He gets active. He plays fast. Look for them to play that way and see if they can come out on top.
A breezy afternoon here in Sacramento, 63 degrees. The champs are on court and looking to defend their title. Will Howells, Jack Munro, back-to-back golds. Can they make it a three-peat? Don't go anywhere. Find out next.
Active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
At The Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand-forage 22 Isla botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home. Consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
This is how the bracket has played out to get us to this point. Lange and Manthou coming in straight games over Diamond and Newcomb, 5-5. Howells and Munro, 2-7 over Shank and Powell. These two teams looking very sharp moving into the championship match.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing, and Dom mentioned it coming into this, is Eric Lange is healthy here in Sacramento. He had issues in Daytona with a foot injury, and they still had game points in Game 1 and Game 2, but squandered it.
Max Manthou and Eric Lange playing together for the majority of the 2024 season really emerged as a force in the last half of the season last year that's carried over into the 2025 season. Have not been able to break through on the men's doubles side yet because of the duo that they're facing today in Munro and Howells, as the first point goes to the boys in purple.
Well, look for Jack Munro. He's still dealing with a little tweak in the back. See if that has any effect on him in this matchup.
Missed third there for Manthou in these colder conditions. How could that affect Munro's back?
Could stiffen up quickly.
Oh, nice step over there from Howells. Stays short, gets on top of it, goes straight into the body of Lange.
Little shake and bake action.
One.
There's just so much that Lange and Manthou are able to do because of Lange's ability to cover court.
Well, and you have Manthou's active, so he's all over the court, but then Lange steps in the middle, and with his big frame and reach, he covers for him.
Oh, yeah.
Point.
A good job by Munro just making Manthou hit another ball after another ball.
Well, and especially when it's up and there's wind, anything can happen, and we saw that one come right off the end of the paddle of Manthou.
ATP to perfection to force the side out.
Well in on that ATP.
Wasn't that much past the net post right there, but Manthou shapes it well. Oh!
Second serve.
Just short.
That almost hit Will Howells on the foot right
1,
there.
2.
Got the bright pink target on the feet of Will Howells. Lange not able to make the pickup.
Well, the Munro ability to get on top of this counter. Watch how he gets on top of this and hits it down. Right there is perfect. Oh.
Yeah.
Right down the line, threads the needle with the backhand.
That's a perfect ball from Howells there as well, because Lange took a step to the middle, protecting Manthou with the uncoil.
3-1-1.
Just threads the needle straight by Lange.
Munro not able to get that.
Hands in the crowd.
She was on it.
Three, 1, 2.
Oh, that's
the
pretty.
shape on that ball from Munro was ridiculous.
If he hits that, without any shape, hits it flat, Manthou's all over it. But he creates that shape, creates that dip. Manthou has to try and hit up on it, goes in the net.
Too much off the paddle of Eric Lange, and a quick 5-1 lead for the top seeds.
Yeah, a little unlucky there for Lange catching the net cord. Howells able to get on top, so then when Lange went for the second attack, it was down, up.
Timeout on court. We will step away as well. Howells Munro out to the 4-point lead.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
Welcome back. Will Howells, Jack Munro leading here in game number 1 of our men's pro doubles gold medal match. The top seeds looking to make it 3 consecutive victories on tour this season. It has been this same matchup in Fort Lauderdale and Daytona Beach. And so far, Howells and Munro have bested Lange and Manthou both times.
Second serve.
Missed third there from Manthou. Second serve coming.
Yeah, good deep return there. Pushes Manthou well behind the baseline. Hitting off the back foot into the wind.
Oh. Point. The defense, though, from Munro and Howells on the attack from Eric Lange.
2-5-2.
Yeah, good spot.
A little caught up there in the middle of the court.
Well, that started with the Lange serve. He went shorter angle, so it pushed Howells over to the sideline where Munro was, as well as they were coming from the uncoil. And then Manthou hits it in the middle, so it creates that miscommunication.
Oh,
Manthou not able to get out of the way. That's a smart move there from Munro.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of the way as Manthou can't get the paddle down fast enough. You see him hugging his paddle right there as he's trying to get it down.
5-3-1. Point.
Good step up and attack there from Munro. Lange trying to go deep and put the pressure on, but Munro steps up, sees the opportunity.
Point.
Another point.
So you hear Howells look at Munro and go, good rip right there. As even if that does come over, Howells is crashing. Oh, the wind just knocked that lob down. I thought it was good off his paddle.
It was an instant knockdown right here. Up and no.
Probably the shortest lob that Eric Lange has ever hit in his career. And another timeout as it's a 5-point advantage now for Howells and Munro. The AARP match spotlight this week was the women's doubles Masters Division gold medal match. Anna Shirley and Kelly Ojeda doing what they do best.
Yeah, Anna Shirley, one of the nicest players on tour you'll meet, but also the most competitive. Steps up. Partner Kelly Ojeda coming out, taking the championship here on Wednesday.
Congratulations to all of our Masters and Champions winners. A lot of familiar names on that leaderboard.
Yeah, there really is. Beautifully done by all these pros on the Masters and Champions side.
15 seconds. Remaining timeout. Receivers 0, servers 2.
Max Manthou, Eric Lange without any timeouts left and finding themselves in a 5-point deficit here in game number 1 of our men's pro doubles.
Second serve.
A little help off the net cord there.
Yeah, I was going to say, good use of the net cord there from Manthou, Howells, and Munro.
8-3-2.
Trying to apply a lot of pressure here, playing a little bit faster pace than what we typically see from them.
Oh.
That was a longer point. It ends up going out. But how has the faster pace of Howells Munro really made things difficult for Lange and Manthou?
Well, usually it's Lange and Manthou that are trying to play quick and put that pressure on. And we talk about it quite often is if you're playing against those more aggressive players, you have to try and speed it up on them before they do on you.
Oh, are you kidding, Jack Munro?
Oh, Eric Lange just trying to hit Jack Munro with that ball. But Munro's paddle up, ready for it. This ball right there. Perfectly done by Munro.
3-8-2.
Pushes that one just long. Another point for Lange and Manthou.
Saying that one, Munro tries to block, and he's lifting up, scooping it right there with the block, and it just pushes deep with the wind.
Manthou crashing, trying to create, but finds the net instead.
Well, usually one he doesn't miss right there. He'll usually follow up that drive third with a drive fifth, and he's usually money with that.
Comes up short there on the pickup.
9-4-1.
Oh, Munro trying to go with the righty there. You can hear it in the court mics and the referee mic, the wind and how much it's whipping around out there right now.
Oh,
tricky.
Good spot right there outside the body of Jack Munro by Max Manthou.
4-9-1.
Those wind gusts have picked up to almost 20 miles an hour here on championship court.
Lange almost wore the third off the cheek as he was crashing off of Manthou's third shot drop.
Duck and cover right there. But again, Munro with the hands.
There we go.
Gets a little help from the net court as well.
Lange finally able to get one through the middle.
Well, Lange able to finally get on top of one right here, too. You watch him crash nicely through transition, then gets on top of that last one.
5-9-2.
Munro just pulls that one a bit wide, so a late run here for Lange and Manthou as they've worked themselves back within 3 here in game number 1.
Yeah, it's a good timeout here from Howells and Munro. Kind of a little bit of indecision from Munro on that last ball. Looked like he was thought about speeding it up and then made the decision to go back behind Manthou, but ended up hooking it wide.
Again, the wind even coming into play on the dinks, right? As they're pushing these balls sideline to sideline, they're knocking it down or pushing it wide.
You can really see represented in the flags around the grounds how much the wind is coming into play, really whipping and moving. And so that makes not only the execution of shots, but the communication throughout the course of the point that much more important.
Yeah, communication in your targets as well. I mean, if you're with the wind, right now it's kind of blowing across the court, left to right, as you look at Munro and Howells.
Lange and Manthou trailing by 3 here in game number 1.
Ooh,
just
that's
wide.
Surprising that one didn't blow back in.
I mean, the one time the wind stopped blowing throughout the course of this match. Backhand flick roll. That is patented Will Howells.
That's absolutely beautiful here, and it's so easy to overhit this shot too. But watch him just nice and easy flick roll He keeps that ball in by 5 feet.
10-6-1.
Game point. Smooth sailing for the top seeds in game number 1. Howells and Munro take it 11-6, halfway to capturing their 3rd consecutive gold medal.
Everyone knows standing still doesn't get you about movement and progression, power, strength, innovation, expertise. On the court, off the court, and on the way to the court, you have to expect more out of yourself. And you should expect more of the company who makes your tires. Getting you more miles, traction, and safety is why we get up in the morning. Let's drive forward. Expect more. Fortune Tires.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Our men's doubles gold medal match is a rematch of Fort Lauderdale. The top seed will house Jack Munro taking on the 2 seeds in Eric Lange and Max Manthou.
Good communication, good leave right there.
They are serving for game number 1. Saved a pair of game points as the top seeds take game 1 at 12-10. Howells creating with the ATP, steps back for the finish. Howells puts that away. Championship point for Howells and Munro. Howells and Munro make it back-to-back golds. They get past Eric Lange and Max Manthou in straight games. Howells and Munro trying to make it 3 straight gold medals to start off the 2025 season. They are halfway there, taking game 1 11-6, and on serve to start game number 2.
Side out.
Missed third.
Yeah. Right. Just dies.
0-0-1.
How many balls do you have to hit in this match to win a point?
Yeah.
Well, it's who can make the adjustment here earliest, right? Because wind's totally different side to side.
1-0-1.
Well, that takes the wind out of play. The hands battle.
Oh.
Howells getting a little bit big there on the counter.
Well, it was just too big with the transition from backhand to forehand. But also on these hands battles as well, it comes down to who can get on top of that ball first. Right on the baseline.
Too much from Manthou. Second serve still coming.
Tough to keep that one in there when it's a little bit flatter.
2-0-2.
Manthou not able to get the roll.
A missed return there from Howells. A 3-point lead for Lange and Manthou.
3-0-2.
Stepping across, and he says, "That's not my ball."
Yeah, just a little too far out of position there for Lange.
0-3-1.
Gets overextended.
Oh.
Point.
Stays in. Manthou puts his head down.
Well, the paddle was there.
Yeah.
Just kicked up and over with the net cord right here. Yeah, got it. No.
1-3-1.
As that ball goes past, you're like, please go out.
That ball's
And
going out.
return from Lange well out. Already it's down to a 1-point deficit.
Second serve.
Backhand flick, that one a little too strong.
Get a way out from Eric Lange.
Howells was standing up a little too tall there on that one, so it was a quick
2,
flick.
3, 2.
Oh,
it was off balance and off the end of the paddle for Manthou. We're tied at 3.
It was 2 mishits from both of them.
3, 3, 2.
Oh, that's not going
Side
over.
out.
Another big
Gust
wind
of
gust.
The wind wreaking havoc here on championship court throughout the course of this men's pro doubles gold medal match.
Okay. Second serve.
Yeah, that one came off the end of Manthou's paddle as he was trying to crash forward.
3, 3, 2.
Oh, nice pick.
Howells puts it right off the right kneecap of Manthou.
Scoop right there for Lange, but Howells reaching in nicely this time. A bit heavier
3,
roll.
3, 1.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, no. Howells missed the easiest ball of the entire rally.
We've seen that a bit this week on this court. It kind of hits the court and slides through.
And too much there on the forehand drive. So after both teams traded 3-point runs, neither one able to add on their service sides. Manthou taking an extra second to go to the towel.
3, 3, 1.
A good spot there on the third drop as they go back in front.
Kind of ate him up right there on the drop shot, and Howells trying to go hard cross court. Ends up jamming himself up a little bit.
4, 3, 1.
Oh, Lange trying to slide that one behind Howells. Just couldn't get enough paddle on.
4, 3, 2.
And then sends that one well long.
Double off the wall there for Lange.
Stand up
double, easy. I don't know for Eric. I don't know how quick he is.
At the long stride.
3, 4, 1.
What a forehand drive from Manthou.
That lob almost started coming back toward the net right there. Manthou chases it down and just rips it back at Munro.
And that sails on him. To say these are difficult conditions is an understatement.
Oh, 100%. You got to make adjustments.
4, 4, 2.
Forget side to side, point to point.
Oh, excellent adjustment there from Munro.
That's a frustration there from Manthou.
Well, yeah, I mean, if that doesn't hit the net cord right there, Manthou gets on top. It's going to go down toward the feet of Munro, but it hits the net cord, kicks up, and Munro makes the adjustment and flips it.
Oh, and that's out.
A timeout taken here from Lange and Manthou as they find themselves trailing here in game number 2. Will step away as well. The top seed is inching closer to another goal.
People People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Will Howells, Jack Munro leading 6-4 here in game number 2. Manthou and Lange, time feels like it's getting late. What do they need to do to recapture the momentum?
Controlled chaos. Get back into it. Get back into their game. They're getting slowed down a little bit.
Side out.
Pushes Munro back there to force the side out. And in these conditions, how do they create that chaos?
Well, again, it's being aggressive, but they also can't overhit. They have to kind of choose the right balls to be aggressive, but also that right there is a good flick. You know, take the ones that are kind of dead or where Munro and Howells aren't anticipating that speed up.
Manthou doing work there on the left. We're tied at 6.
Well, creating that chaos again, right? He's going inside out on Munro. He's going forehand, backhand. And bodies up Howells.
Second serve.
Oh, no, we're not going to get. We are? We are.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, we are going to get a challenge. Why not?
A challenge on court as the serve was called long.
Puts us at 6-6-2. We will now proceed with video review.
So neither team has used the challenge. This will be the first. Our video review ref for this match is Ken Schoonover. And as a reminder, as we take another look here at the serve,
from that angle right there, it looks pretty close.
So you can only review rally ending calls.
Yep.
You do have challenges to spare. You get penalized if you lose your challenge. And this is really a good moment because not only is it a challenge.
That's a free time.
Exactly. And at this stage in game number 2, as we take another look from this angle, if you're Manthou and Lange, if this call is overturned, you are leading 7-6-1, trying to force a game number 3 here. Looking for any momentum. You guys talked about creating some chaos. They need to find that spark.
In a tight second game, too, where points are a premium. This is big.
Largest lead has been 3, and that was in the first run for Manthou and Lange. Largest lead for Howells and Munro in game number 2 was 6-4.
After review, the video was inconclusive. Call on the court stands. No challenges lost. 3 challenges remaining. 3 challenges remaining. We will resume play at 6-6-2.
So inconclusive evidence to overturn the call makes it 6-6-2. Manthou serving here in game number 2. Good spot right into the hip.
Yeah, that right hip. So what that forces Lange to do is have to slide with the paddle as he makes contact. It continues that ball out wide.
Oh, just catching the edge guard.
Well, Howells ready for the counter, right? And this is what he's anticipating this ball coming back, but I don't think he was anticipating it can go that long.
6-2.
Lange sets himself up for the put away.
Yeah, good reach in and flick there from Lange. Takes a cross body on Howells. Howells was sitting more forehand. Takes that outside the left hip, creates the pop up.
Munro just caught a little off balance, pulls it into the net as Lange and Manthou back in front.
Ball almost gets behind his head here. All right, almost gets behind or above his head.
Into the body of Manthou, second serve.
Lange saying that was stupid. Well, probably have to agree as far as the speed up from down low up. Majority of the time, your partner's going to be the one that gets hit, and that's exactly what happened there for Manthou.
You have to appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, it just gives a little, it gives too much reaction time for Munro there by taking that cross court from down up.
As if he needs any more.
Yeah.
And so a couple of mental errors there as Manthou shadow swinging what he should have done instead.
Yeah, and again, he gets caught a little bit, and then even thinking that may have gone long, so he's almost trying to pull his paddle down.
6-7-1.
Good leave there from Manthou, the net cord working in their favor.
Just a little too flat there for Munro. Manthou able to get on top of that enough that it forced Munro to hit from down up.
Into the crowd, 7-all.
Well, yeah, Manthou and Lange choosing not to uncoil on that one, and I think when they don't, it gives Munro and Howells a little bit more of an advantage.
Oh, what a get.
Hands battle won by Lange and Manthou.
Eric Lange fired up right now. You don't see that. You see him very calm, cool, and collected most of the time. When he's getting fired up, you know it means something here.
Lange more of the gentle giant. Getting a little love from the crowd is Munro for the ATP.
Well, and the big thing there as well is he switches to the right hand that allows him to shape that back around. The benefits of being ambidextrous.
It's ridiculous. You shouldn't be able to do that.
Oh, what a read.
Jeez, Eric
Little
Lange just slap backhand.
Well, that's the danger of going to the left hip or into the body of Lange. It really gives him that ability to hit into his strength, which is the backhand, where we've seen issues on the right hip of Eric Lange.
And now Howells' preferred shot failing him as it sails wide. And a timeout on court as Lange and Manthou have worked themselves a 2-point lead here in game number 2. You guys said they needed to create a little bit more chaos. They needed to be a little bit more clean. To this point, Lange and Manthou have been able to do that.
Well, yeah, they've started to create that chaos, but they've created it under a controlled point. It wasn't just right off the bat. After a couple dinks, they're looking for the right spot. You saw Manthou speed up right hip, left hip of Jack Munro right in front of him. They've come out on top a few of these, and now you have a frustrated Munro and Howells on the other side calling the timeout.
Howells Munro plays such good defense. How do Lange and Manthou close this out? Because it's not going to be an easy 2 points.
Well, just continuing to do what they've been doing. But the biggest thing that they've also been able to accomplish is in those hands battles, it's been Lange and Manthou that have gotten on top of the ball first and attacking from up down.
Nice hit there from Manthou, side out.
Out of the timeout, immediate aggressive play from Jack Munro. I like it.
7-9-1. Second serve.
Howells puts it into the net, second serve.
A little bit of a misstep there for Howells.
7-9-2.
Tangled up with his footwork a little bit.
Too much off the paddle of Lange. What a point.
Well, the lob here from Munro, throwing it up. Lange with the little backhand flick. It puts Munro and Howells back in the offensive position, and then the reach-in and the flick from Howells gets Lange to hit up on it just enough.
Big drive from Manthou into the hip of Munro, keeps the 1-point lead intact. Now Lange and Manthou on serve, 2 points away from forcing game number 3. Brings up game point.
Manthou just sitting dead red, perfectly executed.
10-8-1.
Oh, Lange trying to do too much right
Took a
there.
swing at the one ball.
He did. And then he tried to step up and make up for the swing and the miss.
Still game point. To decide it all, game number 3 for the gold is next.
Game 2 goes to Lange and Manthou.
This is why we drink. We drink for tonight, finally in town on the same weekend. Inside jokes, the great outdoors, karaoke till dawn, another cold one and a second slice. We drink for tomorrow, for the 7 a.m. 5K and the tailgate that follows. For the personal best that's about to be bestie. Kick flips and polar dips. Drop shots, cheap shots, shoot your shot. We drink for the moment, shaky hands, steady beat. A blank canvas, trying to be something. Drink for yourself. No alcohol, no hangover, no empty calories. Not a moment wasted. Partake brews the liquid. You bring the courage. Today is for the taking, and we make it happen.
Game 1 went to Howells and Munro. They kept Lange and Manthou off balance, moved the ball around as well. Were able to get on top and really attack from up down, forcing Lange and Manthou to hit some balls deep and kind of put too much pressure on that one right there. Not the best love from Eric Lange. But then going into game two, totally different story.
Yeah, game two, Lange and Manthou again got that controlled chaos and then started to speed balls up and were getting what they wanted. They didn't start right away. They were hitting more third shot drops and then creating off of maybe the 7th or the 9th. That's their game. They did a great job of it. There's that lob and turnaround whip forehand for Manthou. But again, coming out on top, a lot of these hands battles were Manthou and Lange, and now we're going to 3.
And a big exclamation there at the end for Eric Lange. He will serve first here in game number 3.
Time in 0-0-2. Point.
Cut that dink a little bit short. The first point goes to the boys in purple.
1-0-2.
Too far there for Lange. He's overextended.
0-1-1.
One point goes the way of Howells and Munro.
There was a scorpion about 30 shots ago from Jack Munro that was unbelievable. But then great coverage in the middle from Howells.
1-1-1.
On the speed up for Manthou.
Tough ball there from Manthou to speed up. Just a little too close to the body so he doesn't get the shape that he was looking for.
Forehand error pushes Howells and Munro in front.
2-1-1.
Pop up off of the net cord makes for the easy put away for Manthou. Still second serve for the top seed.
2-1-2. Point.
And again, catching Lange sliding with that backhand.
Yeah, a good combination there from Munro and Howells. First up, driving into Manthou as he was uncoiling from the stack and then just following it across the court. Like you said, Dorian, that right hip of Lange, it kind of forces him into a chicken wing.
Again. What's the adjustment that Lange needs to make to avoid the chicken wing?
Slide with the body. Slide to the right and keep that elbow down.
Timeout receivers, 4-1-2.
Timeout on court as this shades of game number 1. Howells and Munro out to the early 4-1 lead. What's been the biggest adjustment that you've seen early on here in game 3?
Well, you're seeing right now Howells and Munro take it to Manthou and Lange right now. They're the ones being the aggressors. They're the ones starting these firefights. And when it seems like the team that can create first is the team that's coming out on top. And right now you're seeing that from Howells and Munro. They're creating first and coming out on top.
4-1-2. 15 seconds. Remaining timeouts. Receivers 1, servers 2. Time in. 4-1-2.
Howells Munro leading 4-1 in game number 3. Other side of the court, but they still catch Eric Lange.
Yeah, good little flick there from Howells, but again, he's not going extended on the body of Lange. He's going either crossbody or into the body.
Manthou able to put it down to force the side out.
Yeah, not the best speed up there from Munro. Got that ball a little bit behind him, so didn't have anything on it. Plus, it was going from down up.
1-5-1.
Howells reaches in, puts it in the right hip of Manthou.
Oh, good spot, just out of his reach, just out of his wheelhouse there from Will Howells at Manthou.
1-5-2. Point.
Just hit there from Munro. But that's the difference between Lange and Manthou. Lange, you want to tie up in the body. Manthou, you want to get him extended. So you have that adjustment between when you're attacking each player as well.
2-5-2.
Manthou pulls it just wide, so only able to get 1 point on their service side. Howells Munro 1 point away from sending us to the end change. This is the third there.
Munro's had a little bit of a struggle the last couple of points with mishits and that ball moving around on him.
Side out.
Too much there, side out. And that's exactly the kind of defensive stand that Manthou and Lange needed quickly back on serve.
2-5-1. I'll recall. 2-5-1.
That time the miss hit was.
Yep. We'll take that one.
2-5-2.
Wet cord.
Indication in the middle.
Gets a little love off the tape right there, and Howells a little ahead of it.
Gets Manthou and Lange back within 2 here in game number 3.
3-5-2.
Manthou forehand winner to draw within 1.
Went to the same spot twice, right? He's got to change that spot up. Manthou just sitting dead red here on the forehand twice. Here's the first, here's the second.
A big response for the 2 seeds. It forces a timeout on court for Howells and Munro as they have seen their lead trimmed to just a single point. Fellas, this is what we expect when we see these 2 teams go head-to-head when they're both 100% healthy. This is an incredible matchup.
Yeah, and again, it comes down to, and Dom, you talked about it, who can create first, who can put that pressure on. Both these teams right now are playing their best when they're initiating that speed up and they're hitting the spots. Unfortunately, like what you said, Dom, is that Howells hit both the same spot twice.
Time in. 4-5-2.
3-point run for Manthou and Lange to draw within a point here in game number 3. Make it a 4-point run as we are tied at 5.
Munro just trying to do a little too much there on the speed up.
too much there from Manthou on the drive, side out. Some extra conversation happening on the side of Howells and Munro.
Miscommunication.
Change in. 6-5-1.
That sends us to the end change with Howells and Munro leading 6-5-1. Just over halfway through this game number 3 of our men's pro doubles gold medal match. Howells Munro took game 1 11-6. Lange and Manthou taking game 2 11-8 to force this winner take all game number 3.
Yeah, if there's one spot on the court that's kind of been a little bit of trouble for Lange and Manthou, it's that middle ball. There's some hesitation, especially on that last one, whether Lange was going to reach in and take it out of the air, or whether Manthou was going to take it on the forehand.
What's the solution to clean up that miscommunication?
Talk.
Well, you heard as soon as that point or that ball went in the net, you heard Lange go, sorry.
6-5-1.
Good spot there from Manthou to create the pop-up.
Great angle on the Ernie there from Lange.
I mean, Lange going across right here. It's like, you know, stroll in the park, one big leap over a puddle.
Coming up off the tape, catches Howells in the body, side out.
It's happened a couple times for Howells as he's crashing off the Munro drive, and Manthou gets some love off the tape.
5-6-1.
Sails long, a point for Manthou and Lange as we are tied once again.
Well, we've seen that forehand speed up a couple of times from Manthou. The big thing is he drops the paddle head straight down. As he is kind of shaping that ball, accelerating through, it's forcing Munro to hit up on it.
There's that downward angle in the counter of Munro is so good at.
6-6-2.
Oh, Munro just getting too big.
That's all you. Munro getting on that one, on top of that one, just a little too much.
7-6-2.
It pushes Lange and Manthou back in front.
A little hesitation there from Manthou. The feet got locked up.
There's visible frustration on the part of Max Manthou as the serve going back over to Howells and Munro.
6-7-1.
Getting into the late stages here in game number 3.
Just inside the sideline.
Slippery little forehand.
But Manthou, it's just fire, reload, fire. You see how short and quick that load is.
Oh, what a monster serve from Will Howells.
Huge serve right down the center service line.
7-7-2.
Howells just grip and rip to retake the lead.
Put it into fourth gear right there. Let's go, baby. 2 rip serves. And then third drive, fifth drive.
This game has featured 4 ties, 3 lead changes.
Lange just asked the referee to watch Howells' serve.
Did you see anything Real time?
No, it's
borderline, but it's still good.
That's the gamesmanship. Because if anyone has another serve to look at and be careful of, it is Eric Lange.
7-8-1.
The game within the game. So smart from Howells.
Yeah, and that's exactly it right there. He pulls Manthou out wide, knows that he's going to be crashing hard back into the middle, so Howells just hits it straight back into the move.
Twice in a row.
Jack Munro. Can hear Mom on the sideline right here. She's right next to the booth. Jack Munro's mom. Cheering him on.
Lange asking our lead referee how many timeouts they have left. They have one.
8-7-1.
The speed of the hands make Howells so difficult to beat.
And it's dangerous when Manthou's running around this forehand or around the backhand because Howells is looking for that flick.
Timeout receivers, 9-7-1.
And right there, instead of going at Manthou, he went at Lange.
Timeout taken by Lange and Manthou as Howells and Munro have worked themselves 2 points away from a third consecutive gold medal this season.
Well, it's similar to what we saw in Daytona where Lange and Manthou had game points in both games 1 and 2 there. But if you give Howells and Munro the ability to come back or to even extend the lead, you know, they're going to take it. They've been so strong down the stretch and in tough situations. And we saw Howells kind of step it up a gear when we're at 7-7 right there. Big sub and then a big sub and a crash and drive.
Howells and Munro 2 points away from capturing a gold medal. They lead 9-7 on serve. Brings up championship point.
Key here. They're on first serve still, too.
10-7-1.
Oh, couldn't get on top of it. Chad's over here swinging away like a fly swatter.
Just a little too big there on the takebacks from Munro.
Still championship point. Hanging tough is Eric Lange. They stave off 2 championship points.
Unfriendly net cord there for Will Howells.
Now if you're Lange and Manthou, you have to find a way to string together some points.
7-10-1.
That's not going to do it as Howells has the easy put away.
Good read in the middle from Howells, stepping over and taking that forehand here.
7-10-2.
Oh, no. Not what Lange wanted right there.
Third attempt at championship point.
10-7-1.
Men with the Midas touch. Third straight goal for Jack Munro and Will Howells. We will hear from our champions when we come back here at the APP Sacramento Open.
Everyone knows standing still doesn't get you where you want to go. It's all about movement and progression, power, strength, innovation, expertise. On the court, off the court, and on the way to the court, you have to expect more out of yourself. And you should expect more of the company who makes your tires. Getting you more miles, traction, and safety is why we get up in the morning. Let's drive forward. Expect more. Fortune Tires.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours. Because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is sponsored by The James, the official hospital of the APP Tour, and Charles Smith Wines, the official wine of the APP Tour.
Your Zimmer Biomet recovery moment of the match, Chad. It's Will Howells.
Yeah, Will Howells stepped up, used that flick. Down the road was strong. Going into the body of Manthou, into the body of Lange. And you see that right hip again. That was the predominant target there on Lange. And it's Howells and Munro taking another gold here in Sacramento. And they're courtside with Dorian Croft in our post-match interview.
Thanks, fellas. Jack, Will, congratulations. Another gold medal for you guys in men's doubles. Pushed to 3 in this tournament. What was the biggest adjustment that you guys made there in the third game?
Geez, wind. It's spirally. Like, it's tough to figure out how to place returns, but we just ended up hitting our serve well and adjusting that way.
Will, you were talking about the success that you and Jack have had so far this season. You guys have gotten better and better. Where have you seen this partnership grow throughout the course of this tournament?
I think we really just trust each other, and we're having a lot of fun out here. I mean, it's just a blast playing with Jack. He's such a great talent, and yeah, it's been great because of that.
Well, it's always great when you guys are winning gold medals. Will Howells, Jack Munro, your gold medalists in men's doubles here in Sacramento.
Will Howells, Jack Munro, get it done again, Chad. They're just looking too good right now.
Yeah, and you heard Will Howells right there. They're out there having fun, and it's a great partnership. You know, they're making adjustments from tournament to tournament, and a fantastic gold again here in Sacramento. We'll take a quick break and be back here with more action from the APP Sacramento Open.
volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
When you choose the James at Ohio State,
You're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
Championship Saturday here at the APP Sacramento Open. More than 1,200 players have all made their way to Roseville here in the suburbs. 250 plus pros and all of our 2025 gold medalists in action here in this tournament. Hi everyone, welcome into the booth here on Championship Court alongside Next Gen National Team Head Coach Chad Edwards and Pro Pickleball Coach Dominic Catalano. I'm Dorian Kraft. Our women's doubles. Hi, everyone. Now we will welcome.
That's us.
That's us. That was the matchup for the women's doubles. Chad Edwards, Dominic Catalano. I am Dorian Kraft. I was just so excited to talk about this matchup. I wanted to hear your thoughts because we have the top seed of Fudge and Braverman. They have taken golds to start the season, but facing a very difficult team in Susanna Barr and Bobby Oshiro.
Yeah, and Barr and Oshiro are not a new pairing. They played together in 2024, so they're very comfortable. Again, we want to talk about Bobby Oshiro and what she brings to the table. She has so many weapons in her arsenal. She can move that ball around. She has the strength on the forehand and the backhand side. But Barr is ever so consistent and is going to move that ball around and set Oshiro up.
It's a tall task when you're taking on Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman. They have been so solid to start the season.
Yeah, Megan Fudge, Jill Braverman, two of the best defenders in the game. They keep points alive that shouldn't be kept alive. And then again, very similar to what Howells and Munro do, they play great defense and turn that defense into offense. Now, I think this is a matchup that could go 3 again. It's just going to depend on what offensively can Oshiro and Barr do.
Lots of defense points going to be at a premium and a lot of fantastic rallies. The sun is setting here in Sacramento. A little bit breezy under 60 degrees, and we have got gold medals to hand out. The champions on court trying to make it yet another gold here in 2025.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
At AARP volunteer and community events, they'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
This is how the women's doubles bracket has played out to get to this point. Oshiro and Barr playing a very difficult semifinal in Emily Cederquist and Jana Newell. Harrison Valdez giving Fudge and Braverman a little bit of test in game number 1, but ultimately advancing in straight games to set up this gold medal matchup.
Yeah, and in that semifinal with Harris and Valdez, where they kind of went on a little bit of run against Fudge and Braverman, is that they came out and they were the aggressors. Look for Oshiro and Barr to come out and be a little bit more aggressive here, try and push the envelope. Bobby Oshiro, very capable of doing that.
And on the flip side, with Barr and Oshiro, it was closer in that semifinal, but they had two big leads in both games.
0-0-2.
And you had Jana Newell and Emily Cederquist came back and really pushed them.
Side out earned quickly by Fudge and Braverman. They are in the pink and black at the top of your screen. Oshiro and Barr in the white and navy at the bottom.
Point.
That's something that you don't want to give Fudge and Braverman, and that is easy points with missed returns.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No. Not to Bobby.
Bobby Oshiro, one of the best overheads in the game, and you just saw why.
1-0-2.
They tap paddles.
Yes, they did.
They did.
Point.
Oh, we might get our first challenge here.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge.
And
Yeah.
we'll get a quick challenge as the call on the court was out along the base.
Adamant.
Susanna Barr, an immediate call.
Adamant that that ball was in.
Yeah, and we'll get a quick look at it here.
Oh,
You know.
that was on that corner. We didn't quite get a look at.
Our referees for this match, lead referee is Carol Manifold, tracking referee Diane Anderson, and Ken Schoonover is the video referee for this match. And it feels like, fellas, this review will set the tone for the course of this first game.
And they're quick. I think they already have the answer. But yes, I agree, Dorian. It will set the tone because, again, if this gets overturned.
That's in by a foot.
Yeah.
Even I could have told you that.
That one isn't even close.
You are on top of it.
We do expect this call to be overturned, as you can see there in the video review.
Braverman and Fudge were serving, correct, Dorian, on that?
Yes.
On 2, so
On
it should
2,
be
so it
side
should
out.
be.
The call is overturned. The ball was in. No challenges lost. 3 challenges remaining. 3 challenges remaining. We will resume play at side out 0-1-1.
And so 0-1-1 with Barr serving.
I will. One moment.
The players, the referee said, we'll resume play at 0-1-1, and I think all 4 players were looking going, is that are you calling the score? Or are we going to go again?
A missed third there from Oshiro.
Yeah, body just falling away there for Oshiro.
0-1-2.
Didn't get enough extension through the ball on that one.
Good get.
Oh, defense from
Slapped
Oshiro.
away.
And Chad, we talk about it all the time. Like when they start in the morning, especially here in California, it's cool. Ball travels fast. As it gets warmer, ball slows down. Well, now all of a sudden, it's cool again. So ball's going to play faster.
That
That
one's
one's
a little
slightly
wide.
wide. The temperature has dropped to 58 degrees here in Roseville in the suburbs of Sacramento. It is quickly falling. Winds still gusting now up to 24 miles an hour out of the southwest.
Which makes it feel even cooler.
It contributes to points just like that. It makes the ball float just a little extra.
Wow. That ball moved
like a foot. Didn't miss that one.
Second serve.
But what do you have to do for that, you have to stay on it longer, right? You have to really focus. And again, the bigger the swing, the harder it's going to make it.
And also not get stuck with your feet either. You got to.
Did you see that? We're right in line, right? With the booth and that ball.
Just throwing sliders out there.
It was like a Chuck Knobloch from second base to first. Or ball's just moving everywhere. Or Phil Necro.
I was going to give you a Tim Wakefield, but okay.
Wakefield. I was going a little older, sorry.
Well, that's because you are older.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice drop there from Barr in the middle of that point. And then Oshiro steps up and applies the pressure. This one right here, again, you see the strength of Oshiro on that one-hand backhand.
2-2-1.
That time, Barr coming up a little bit short. And if you pay attention to Barr and Oshiro, they have a very unique communication. They answer each other when talking about whose ball it should be.
We noticed that earlier, Doran, when we were watching them, right? Because what happens is, if Barr goes yours, Oshiro goes, okay. And Dorian and I were watching them on Outer Court earlier, and we're like, wow, that's very unique.
But it leaves no doubt about whose ball it should be.
Right.
Is that one through the middle? Braverman can't make the pickup.
It's like having a full conversation on court. Chad and I are like, no.
No. Too much thinking.
Yeah.
2-2-2.
Good hands from Barr there to get on top. Put it lower for Braverman into the net to force the side out.
2-2-1.
Oh.
And there's miscommunication.
Well, and it was just the move there from Barr. As soon as she started moving, then Oshiro stopped.
2-2-2.
Oh, that's such a good poach from Bobby Oshiro.
We have seen Oshiro dialed in since returning to tour.
A little shake and bake action off the drop.
3-2-2.
Barr can't get the crawler over the net.
Yeah, good move there from Braverman, getting on top, keeping the pressure on.
2-3-1. Point.
3-0.
Good attacks there from Fudge and Braverman. They just stayed on the attack right there.
Yeah, and we've seen Fudge do that a couple of times now, directly down the line. She did one on Oshiro, this time on Barr, going right into the body.
Deep return from Barr. Braverman coming up a little bit short on the third.
Off the paddle, I thought that ball was going long from Barr on the return, but died at the end.
Barr with a nice spot there.
Well, and that's where we've seen one area that's a little susceptible as far as Fudge and Braverman is that middle.
Why is it susceptible?
Both of them are left side players. They're still getting used to that, even though they've played a few tournaments together right now. They're getting used to that communication there.
Ooh, Braverman doesn't miss that ball right there. She did a good job. Barr pulled her wide, then Braverman steps back in the middle immediately to that forehand. She's not going to miss that very often.
Second serve.
Good spot right there from Megan Fudge.
Four, 3-2.
It's just a couple of uncharacteristic miscues here from Braverman.
You with the, oh. Because the Bobby Oshiro drive right there and the dig from Fudge.
Yeah, such shape.
But the dig from Fudge was incredible.
I was going to say, I think the full shot from Fudge was more impressive than Oshiro's drive.
Yeah.
That was a very good drive from Oshiro, though.
How quickly this defense turned to offense.
Yeah. Well, it's a good ball there from Braverman. Ties up Barr. This one right here goes in between the feet. Barr stuck with the forehand, ends up popping it up.
Oh, a little inside-out sneakery from Barr.
And that's where she can be creative, right? If she can go those inside-outs, you know, and that's where Braverman and Fudge, you have to guess that where she's going with that ball.
Susanna Barr finding all the right spots right now on Jill Braverman.
Yeah, Barr just taking a hacks right there. As soon as that ball popped up, loads the two-hand backhand and rips it right into that right hip of Braverman.
Susanna Barr has one of the more unconventional games on tour, and it's one of the reasons why she's so difficult to play against.
I like Chad saying, taking hacks, right? It's like getting in the cage. Hey, just figure something out here.
You got nothing.
Right?
Nothing to lose right now. Go hard. Can always dial it back a little bit.
Oh, that was the right ball for Oshiro to step across. She just didn't execute.
But it was a hesitation with the take back. So she started moving, and you'll see her move here and then take back a little too late. Needed to be loaded as soon as she stepped over.
That one's not coming back.
Let's go! Come on! 3-5-2.
That's a good job by Braverman, right?
Yeah.
She gets big in the middle right there, takes over.
4-5-2.
Oh.
All three of us
went, oh, because Oshiro's overhead was going deep. Braverman put a paddle on it.
I just don't think she could get out of the way, right?
Good ball there by Barr, sliding it through the middle.
Oh,
yeah.
Oshiro stepping
Bobby.
across to end it.
Zero hesitation there.
Oh, no. And you'll watch as soon as she moves right here, load, fire.
Ooh.
That's actually a really good spot there from Fudge as far as it being a little bit more elevated.
Correct.
Because Oshiro is going to slide and she's looking for that kind of waist high to armpit high ball to counter on. Being above the shoulders there, she can't get on top of it.
You elevate that ball to Susanna Barr, and it is not coming back.
Not getting cheated on that forehand right there.
Largest lead of the game for Oshiro and Barr.
7-4-2.
Big serve there from Barr.
And the bigger serves is something that Susanna Barr has purposely been going after here in the later stages of this season as we have a timeout on court. Oshiro and Barr up by 4.
keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Susanna Barr and Bobby Oshiro leading 8-4 in game number 1. They have ripped off 5 straight points, forcing Fudge and Braverman to take a timeout.
Tie in, 8-4-2.
And it's been the aggressive play of Oshiro and Barr that have paid dividends.
Well, that one-handed flick from Bobby Oshiro, we talked about it in mixed, Chad, you mentioned it, is that you don't see it a lot from the women, and Bobby Oshiro has it.
That's a good spot there from Braverman.
Forces the side out, but not before Oshiro and Barr are able to build a 5-point lead.
4-9-1.
Oh. Might come. Oh. I thought it was coming back.
I know.
Braverman's asking, where's that gust of wind when I need it?
Yeah.
4-9-2.
Good control there from Barr. We have seen her occasionally miss those elevated forehands with overhitting it.
Ooh. And then nails Braverman right in the bicep. Right now, Oshiro and Barr taking aim literally and figuratively at the top seeds. Susanna Barr just going after it. Game point.
We said Oshiro and Barr needed to come in and play aggressively, and that's what they've done.
Braverman can't make the pickup. Game number 1 goes to Barr and Oshiro, 11-4. They are looking to knock off the top seeds here in Sacramento.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans. Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
Supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
Oshiro coming out with a point to prove. They take game 1, 11-4.
Well, and we said that Oshiro and Barr had to come out and play aggressive. They did an excellent job moving the ball around, but as soon as they created the opening or the opportunity of that elevated ball, they did not get cheated on any of their swings. They're coming out, putting pressure on, playing aggressive, and not even allowing the wind to really affect their play at all because they're going after these balls so intensely.
I like how you put it, Chad. They took the wind out of play.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a big thing. Stop thinking about it and just play.
It'll be Fudge and Braverman to serve first here in game number 2. Braverman and Fudge have won the first 2 golds of the 2025 season in Fort Lauderdale and Daytona Beach. They get the first point here.
Good ball movement there from Fudge. Went behind Oshiro a couple of times and then back into Barr.
That's a good spot right there from Braverman. She just kind of 60% hits this ball and creates a downward angle to it in the middle.
So solid response here for Fudge and Braverman in game number 2. 3 straight points. Oh, what a pickup. Get the second, though, side out.
That pickup from Fudge on the sideline, my goodness. This ball's behind her. Oh.
0-3-1.
Oh, that's trouble.
Yeah, got off-footed, did Barr right there a little bit.
0-3-2.
Oshiro just got stuck in the mud right there. You saw just one big lunge. Excellent ball there from Braverman, being aggressive with that cross-court dink.
3-0-1.
Oh. Oh. No.
Oh. Oh. Just
That's incredible gets there from Braverman and Fudge. In pure scramble mode here, but Bobby, she doesn't even hit that ball.
No, just a little nonchalant right there. Almost cost them the point.
Yeah, typically you see Oshiro put that away.
Yeah.
Right now it's Braverman and Fudge being the aggressors.
Well, now what's happening too is that this ball is going in between the body of or in between the feet of Barr, but the wind is also pushing it into the body more, so she's struggling a little bit as far as popping the ball up.
So for me, what it is you have Braverman and Fudge are dictating the dinks, right? They're dictating the movement first. In game 1, it was Barr and Oshiro that were dictating the movement.
Finally able to force the side out. Is the ability to dictate the point more based on side or just style of play right now?
I think it's style of play right now, but also, too, there are no third shot drives from Fudge and Braverman. Braverman's hitting pretty much all the thirds, and she's dropping everything.
Fudge can't make the pickup as Barr and Oshiro get on the board.
Well, a better ball there from Barr as well. She created a little bit more separation. She is stepping back quite a lot, but that time stepped back quicker to keep that ball further out in front.
Yeah. I honestly think that.
Oh, we're good.
Another challenge.
Fudge just walked off knowing that they were going to challenge.
I think the ball Fudge played on the
thought
sideline
so
was
too.
out. I
That
think
ball-
she was very generous on the sideline to play that ball, but we can't see this one because we're back here.
This one I'm saying right now is even further in than the previous ball that they called out.
So another video challenge. Oshiro and Barr challenged a point early in game number 1. They won the challenge. Let's take another look
Right
here.
here. That is...
Oh, that's well in.
I think, Chad, you're right. I think it's more in another one.
Ken over once again will be called into action here in game number 2.
Again, when we talk about this as players, right, that ball's punished, and it's going past you. And it is honestly, I do not think they're trying to cheat anything, but as that ball goes past you, you're looking at it and going, oh, that's out, right?
Well,
And
also
plus we have the
too,
challenge.
with a challenge system. So.
Correct. We have the review system. It's perfectly fine. They're going to challenge it. They get it called right.
So Oshiro and Barr now have won 2 challenges in the match, and so they are on serve, trailing 2-5-1.
Susanna serving with 2. Here we go. 2-5-1. Second serve.
Good read from Braverman after Barr tries to go inside out forehand.
2-5-2. Side out.
Catching Barr just a little bit in the hip as she pulls it into the net.
Yeah, just a little jammed up right there. So then it comes out flat, no roll.
Point.
There it is again, right? Braverman, perfect drop. There is no rush on the third right now. They're just willing to say, hey, we're going to get to the kitchen line. We don't need to force anything.
6-2-1.
Read from Braverman.
Right now, Braverman doing work on the left.
Yeah, Braverman's moving that ball around well, as well as Fudge, but Braverman's hit a couple of really good spots there on Barr.
Six-point lead for the top seeds.
Again, the defense there of Braverman. Something she's been working on as far as bringing that paddle out further and just focusing on the hand movement. It's allowed her to be faster on the combinations.
And then a missed return compounds the issue as Braverman and Fudge cruising in game 2. Missed return brings up game point. Barr and Oshiro content to let this ride. With a little extra emphasis, we'll go 3. Fudge and Braverman take game 2. 1 game left.
Humana Medicare Advantage plans. Carry this card, and you could have the power to unlock benefits beyond original Medicare. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get doctor, hospital, and prescription drug coverage in one convenient plan. Most plans include routine dental, vision, even hearing benefits. There's also a cap on your out-of-pocket medical expenses. That's more than you get with original Medicare, and Humana offers $0 or low monthly plan premiums. Call now.
Our women's doubles gold medal match sees the return of the top seeds, Jill Braverman and Megan Fudge, taking on Susanna Barr and Daria Walczak.
trying to make something happen. I understand it. There's nobody home on the backside then.
ATP from Braverman brings up game point. One-way traffic here on championship court of pickle. Another well-executed ATP from Braverman. Braverman and Fudge had no right to win that point. Championship point number 3. Braverman and Fudge golden once again here in Daytona Beach. Megan Fudge, Jill Braverman trying to make it 3 straight golds to open up the 2025 season. Susanna Barr, Bobby Oshiro took game 1. 1 game left to decide our gold medal here in our women's pro doubles. Unfortunate start for Barr and Oshiro.
Yeah, a little unlucky with the net cord, but a good adjustment there from Braverman.
Spot there from Oshiro, and those are the type of points that we saw back in game number 1 from the pair.
Yeah, that's a good read by Oshiro. In the middle, reading that speed up. Braverman trying to steal that in the middle. I think if she lets that bounce, Fudge reset that, but again, in the moment, it's quick, it's there.
Fudge can't make the pickup as Barr and Oshiro on the board first here in the 3rd.
Nice aggressive roll there from Barr. Good footwork. Fudge tried to rush that forehand just a little too much there.
Too much from Barr.
Yeah, laid it back, right? Paddle head is back, and we talk about don't lead with the elbow.
102.
That's exactly what she did. Ball sails long.
Oh.
She stood up.
Or she just hesitated. Everything slowed down right there. That's a ball that Oshiro just needs to explode through.
Two-hander. Just come in and rip it.
But we've seen it time and time again where you give Fudge and Braverman opportunities. Like, if you have an opportunity to finish a point or to be aggressive or anything, you have to take it. Because otherwise, Fudge and Braverman are going to flip it on you.
What is it? Give him an inch, he'll take a foot?
Yeah.
Mile. Great spot there from Barr. She was relentless at the line.
The biggest grunt was the slowest hit ball. The inside out.
Oh, nice get.
Nice get.
Jill Braverman is the reset queen for a reason.
It's just unbelievable points and defense right there. I did not think Fudge was going to get that ball, that dribbler off the tape.
But also the setup here on this aggressive roll, this one, it stretches Barr out, creates the pop-up, and then Fudge is aggressive into the body of Oshiro.
Aggressive put away by Oshiro to force the side out.
Well, good two-hand aggressive dink in the middle from Barr right here. Sets that up. All off balance.
Point.
I think that ball continued with the wind right there. Braverman set her feet, and then it kept going toward Fudge, and she just kept trying to reach for it.
2-2-1.
See, that's a key too. We talked about that earlier today. Is when the wind's blowing like that, footwork is the key.
3-2-1.
Barr stepping up, and again, this is the type of game that we saw Oshiro and Barr play in game number 1.
Well, and they've got the wind behind them right here, and it's interesting because the difference between the men's game and the women's game, the men are more aggressive into the wind. The women are more aggressive with the wind.
What a drop there from Oshiro. A little two-handed backhand drop. Are they going to take a timeout before the end change? They are.
They are going to take a timeout as Barr and Fudge have opened up a 3-point lead. Going for the three-peat. It wasn't looking good in game number 1.
No, and Barr and Oshiro came in, and they were aggressive from the end that they're at right now. They're hitting with the wind. They were moving the ball around, creating some pop-ups, going hard into the body of Braverman, hard at the feet of Fudge as well. So, you know, the change between game 1 and game 2 came, I honestly think right now it's coming down to the wind conditions.
And game 2 was a flip of the script right here for Braverman and Fudge. Braverman took over. She dropped everything. She was patient, and then both of them looked to speed up and bring the aggressiveness to Fudge and or Barr and Oshiro before they could get it. And so that's how we ended up tied at 1 game apiece.
And it really speaks to what Oshiro and Barr have been able to do, that Fudge and Braverman are willing to take a timeout 1 point away from the end change, which has a built-in timeout to it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oshiro, are you kidding?
That point was kind of chaotic and off balance for everybody.
Everything was off balance right there, but Oshiro was like, excuse me.
Wow.
I'm just going to block that back behind you.
And that sends us to the end change with Oshiro and Barr leading 6-2, still on first server, fellas.
That's unbelievable. That's basically right here, just Bobby Oshiro's paddle getting hit, and the angle was already set. It's like, we'll take it.
Now Fudge and Braverman with some work to do if they want to defend their gold medal, trailing by 4. Oshiro and Barr more than halfway to taking the championship here in Sacramento. What do Fudge and Braverman need to do if they want to make it 3 consecutive golds?
Braverman needs to get big right here.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see Fudge and Braverman become more aggressive now with the wind behind. They're going to be able to move that ball around and really put some pressure on Barr and Oshiro with those aggressive dinks.
Oh, that's such a good counter there from Megan Fudge. And that's a huge hold right there on that first serve. Oh, that died.
Barr right through the middle, held it on the paddle to the last second.
Yeah, the body just moves to the left, holds it on the paddle, slides it back the other way. Makes it look like she's going to hit it as hard as she can.
Oh, that's such a good spot right there from Braverman. She's like, enough of this. I'm just going right at the body, and we're going to see what happens.
Able to force the side out.
2-7-1.
Good talk from Fudge right there. Good communication. Let that ball go.
3-7-1. Point.
Here's where you don't want to let a team like Fudge and Braverman back in. You don't want to give them any momentum right here.
Oh, wow, that's a good
What
ball there.
a dig from Barr. You could not have placed it any better.
Well, the ball sat up a little bit more too, and you see Barr saying, you know, that ball's blowing in. She steps back, gives herself some separation. Accelerates through.
Lands out, so what Barr and Oshiro were not able to do was get the defensive stop in game number 2.
And you hear Bobby Oshiro, no.
Susanna Barr does have a habit of hitting maybe the most out balls on tour.
Came to play.
Oh, and again.
Hit it again.
Oh, wow. What a get.
Braverman.
Braverman, full extension. Not only gets it, but gets it back well.
7-4-2.
Braverman getting Oshiro in the body, and if they are able to pull out this match, that defensive play at 7-4-1 by Jill Braverman may be the difference.
Agreed. That's the first drop in 3 games that she's missed. She's money with it.
I'm surprised that ball died too, though. Off the paddle, it looked like it was going to be a good draw.
With the wind of the back too, right? Yep.
Missed return pulls Fudge and Braverman within 2.
5-7-2. Foot fault. Push off right foot.
Oh, what a foot fault from Barr. It's a 1-point game.
Usually you see the push off on a full overhead right there. Yeah, Barr goes
100%.
right foot.
Right call.
Yeah, it's in. Bobby turned to give a paddle tap to Barr right there.
Holy
and
cow.
it hits the net right here. Tap it. Yeah, we got it. Nope. It's going to dribble over. That ball literally climbed up and over the net cord.
What a turn of events as Oshiro and Barr take a timeout. Fudge and Braverman have erased a 5-point deficit to tie it at 7 apiece. And so a great defensive play, and then your Oshiro, you hate to call that a mental miscue, but
it is.
Play until the point is absolutely over.
Yeah, that's tough right there. What a dig from Fudge.
Yeah, credit Megan Fudge for getting that ball back.
Yep.
Absolutely, 100%.
7-7-2. Time in. 7-7-2. Foot fault, left foot.
And another foot fault on Susanna Barr. Fudge and Braverman taking the lead.
Yeah, that's a costly error right there. Left foot again.
Braverman teed it up. Braverman teed it up. She was all over it. She's like, please speed it up. She did.
7-8-1.
Patience pays off for Susanna Barr.
Ball movement from both teams right there. That's Fudge and Barr moving these balls around, and just a little too high there from Fudge.
So when Oshiro hits that, she's got to take a step to the middle. But the problem is that if she does and Braverman sees it, Braverman's going to roll that hard cross court. So it's pick your poison.
Winner put away by Oshiro as they retake the lead.
Oh, Braverman, what a dig. But Oshiro almost gets hit in the body here. I don't know how she gets a paddle on it.
Takes it off the handle.
What a sequence.
9-8-2.
And it brings up championship points.
I'm going to say this right now. What? Barr and Oshiro need to close it out right now.
Chad, I don't disagree with you.
Are
they on two?
They are on two.
They are on two.
Have to.
There's no doubt about it, right? When we talk about it all the time, you give Fudge and Braverman an opportunity to come back. We've seen it through 2024, here in 2025. You give them an opportunity to come back. They're not going to give you too many opportunities to close something.
Give them an inch, take a foot. Give them a foot, take a mile. And that's exactly what Fudge and Braverman will do if you do not close it out here.
Championship point 10-8-2.
10-8-2.
Oh! Set up by Oshiro, the lob and the put away as she and Susanna Barr are golden in Sacramento.
Wow. That ended on a lob? Unbelievable. It was money there in the third.
They are golden, and we will hear from them next here on Championship Court.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
At The Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand forage 22 Isla botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home, consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
Volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Your Zimmer Biomet recovery moment of the match, Chad. It's championship point, another lob.
Yeah, perfect lob there from Oshiro. And then a little absorption volley. Fudge can't come back and get that. Barr and Oshiro came in with the game plan. Move that ball around. Be aggressive. Put the pressure on. And they take it in 3 games. And they're courtside with Dorian Kraft in our post-match interview.
Thanks, fellas. Bobby, Susanna, congratulations taking home the gold here in Sacramento. We really saw you guys come out in game number 1, being aggressive, picking your spots, and just going after it. What was the game plan going up against Megan and Jill?
At the end of the day, they're great competitors. So, hopefully we have a lot of great battles, this upcoming year. But, going into this match, we want to be mentally strong. We want to get into patterns that we favored and that we saw in past matches, and then execute from there.
Well, Susanna, you and Bobby have played together so often, and we have just seen you guys continue to get better. I know Sacramento also has a special place in your heart. Where have you seen yourself and you and Bobby grow over the course of your careers?
Yeah, I mean, we're just continuing to have a lot of fun and trusting each other for sure. And it's nice that we can both play both sides of the court. And, we make an error and we just laugh it off. So that's great.
And Bobby, I think Susanna's lobs are rubbing off on you a little bit, because you end that with the lob. We've seen you throwing it up over the course of this tournament. What did you see there on that last point that made you say, you know what, I'm going to go for the lob right here?
So we had a long point there, a lot of dinking battles, and I'm like, you know what, where we have match point, I got to throw it up because they're taking all my dinks out of the air. So let's just see what happens, throw it up there, and really, like, I've been practicing my lobs for a long time, and I like to take pages out of people's book, and I took the lob out of Susanna's book. So really happy to be able to end that way.
Well, we may start calling her the lob queen if she continues to throw it up. Earns you guys the gold medal. Congratulations, Bobby Oshiro, Susanna Barr, taking home the gold in women's doubles.
Well, Chad, Barr and Oshiro golden again. I mean, it was a great match, though. Good 3-game match again.
Yeah, and they definitely came in with the game plan, and you heard Oshiro there, that they played to their strengths. Congratulations to them for gold here in Sacramento. We'll take a quick break. Be back here at the APPs.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
When I have pain from arthritis, I grab BioFreeze. Unlike Voltaren, BioFreeze provides fast-acting relief. I can apply it to more areas of my body, and it's NSAID-free. Cool the pain, so I can get back on the court.
When you choose the James at Ohio State, you're choosing access to the James, dedicated support services, and an unmatched survivorship program.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
The APP is sponsored by Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs. Humana, the official healthcare partner of the APP Tour. And the Botanist Island Dry Gin, distilled with 22 wild botanicals. Bobby Oshiro getting it done in 3 games, capturing the gold medal in Sacramento, taking down Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman. What a match it was. As we welcome you back into the booth here on Championship Court. Fellas, we knew this one was going to possibly go 3. It did, and arguably one of the best matches of the tournament.
Yeah, and Oshiro and Barr came in. They were aggressive. They moved the ball around. They came in with the game plan to try and disrupt Fudge and Braverman, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and Braverman, and Fudge, to their credit, came back in game 2, 11-2.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, is it going to be the same old, same old? But adjustments made from Oshiro and Fudge in game 3, and they come out on top.
Well, what a fantastic job by Susanna Barr and Bobby Oshiro, taking down the defending champs. So tough to do, but they capture their first gold as a duo here in 2025. It has been a great tournament in Sacramento and a great way to end it. Women's doubles gold medal match. Susanna Barr, Bobby Oshiro raising the bar. We will see you all at the fort. So for Chad Edwards, Dominic Catalano, and our entire APP crew here in Sacramento, I am Dorian Kraft saying so long, and thanks for watching here on CBS Sports Network.